Hi, this is Alexis from the Kiteboarder Magazine. I'm here at the Slingshot booth with Tony and Alex, and you've got some great kites this year. And by the way, congratulations on winning Brand of the Year at AWSI last night. I mean, ecstatic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, let's walk through these kites.
Okay, let's start with the big one up top. That's the new turbine, 17. It's looks similar to last year's, but it's actually a completely new turbine, new generation. So it's got an extra strut. So it's now it's a 5-strut kite, mini strut and tip, a whole new bridle cascade. If you look, it's now five cascade versus 3 last year. So new profile, more range, more low end, just the next step of the turbine, and it's insane. So it's okay. That's RPM. Yeah, most people are familiar with the RPM by now. So, but it's went through some pretty cool refinements. If you look up, you will see the black diamond on the back. If you can look closely, there's 2 small diamonds and a little patch. Those are Dacron, and the Dacron's for that blow-down flutter on the beach. We worked really hard on. Alex knows how hard we worked on this project to keep the feel. Because if you just put Dacron on the trailing edge, you lose we lost all the magic to the RPM. So we really had to get that back, and we ended up with these unique shapes to cure the flutter on the beach. If you
stiffen it up a little bit, but have that feel still.
You still have this feel, but it's mainly when it blows down if you sand it on the beach and it's just sitting on the beach fluttering. That's what kills kites. Okay, so 2 things that kill kites are UV and flapping on the beach. So my tip is, if you're going to leave your kite for more than an hour, you should just pump it, break it down, even if you're going to do another session, because you're going to make your kites last a lot longer if they're not just getting nuked by UV. But this really helps. It'll help the schools and stuff where they're they're on the beach for long periods of time, and so now if you put these on the beach, you can watch they just don't flap anymore on the beach. So
well, the kite lasts longer and it retains that crispness.
Right. So we kept the feel, and then the next part of the diamond has a new material that has a UV protection as well in the leech. Also, so we really focused on some things that'll help the kite last longer because the kite's so refined. But they did go through some new refinements. It has a new pulley. Do you have a pulley?
Yes, we have a new pulley with it, which is our new. It's an anodized aluminum pulley. It's lighter.
On this.
And it's now not going to create any friction on the line compared to the previous pulleys we were using, which were the Ron stands. It makes the kite a lot more direct and cleaner, still with that deep power range that everybody's used to. So in the overall, the kite, when you seek perfection, you achieve excellence, and that's what we got this year. We kept the same kite, just made it a lot better than everybody would expect it to be.
So the crazy part is the little details on this kite. We really didn't change much in the chassis. We did change the back line attachment settings for even refined again for the advanced freestyle rider. But that pulley made a huge difference in just the precise feel of the kite. It even made it just more intuitive, more precise. So it's kind of a cool little subtle detail that we put on there and went, whoa, you can actually feel it. Okay, so now we're looking at Rally. The new 2014 Rally is just, man, the Rally is kind of my baby as far as my personal riding style. So we've been going through this kite for years now, and this is by far the best Rally we've made. They generate a lot of power, and so you can run them small, quicker turning, more range. They're just, insane. They go from a boosting kite to a wave kite to a freestyle kite. It's one kite that you can, kind of do it.
The most well-rounded on anything.
Yeah, biggest overlap in our range for sure. Just kind of but just a really fun kite to tear around on, and I love it. Alex, I'm a pretty big fan of it.
Yeah, I'm a fan of it as well. It's an awesome wave riding kite all around. Beginners like it. We've now added wingtip options so you can adjust the steering to your preference. If you want direct forward, you can have that. If you want more steering control, you can bring it to the back of the wingtip. So you pretty much got options this year with this kite.
Nice. Well, let's move on to the line.
Okay, well, let's move on to the one that's up there that's not up there. Okay. So we still have a Z kite in the line, and that's insane, intermediate to beginner to advanced. Because that kite is just, we always talk about it. It's just kind of a sleeper in our line. It's not up on the ceiling right now, but still in the line for 2014. So just telling people not to forget about it. It's an awesome kite. So then now we can move on to the fuel. You know, so new fuel. We kind of backed it up a little bit, actually. Changed the geometry a little more like 2007, 2008, and which was just an awesome kite period for the fuel. So we went for a little more hardcore for the fuel rider, but we also did a few subtle adjustments to give it a little more range so the intermediate beginner guy can handle it. So it's
still retaining that direct power.
It's still a sea kite, you know. It has a legacy in our line. That's why it's up there, and it's the badass sea kite in our line. So if you want to ride sea, there it is.
So let's talk about the bar.
All right, so you know, it's still a super clean Slingshot bar. Doesn't have a lot of extra features. No, you know, no dangling. Just super clean. Still has our oh shit grab loops. The new feature for the bar, it has like better grip in the release system, and this is the key feature. And if you want to give me that little pulley, similar to our RPM pulley, right. we build a little friction ring that's actually similar to this, built into this pulley system. So now you can pull it. You know, you get really good trim. So the biggest problem was before you'd have to have the right angle, and a beginner intermediate wouldn't be able to find that angle, so they wouldn't be able to trim. They would lock them up, and now that angle is really kind of vague, so you can get tons of depower really quickly. Cleaner system. Everything's just been kind of redefined. It doesn't have a radical different look as far as the size, the packaging, but the overall performance has been increased by a lot, you know, as far as...
And the simplicity. So when that moment comes where you need to make that split decision,
yeah,
it's there. It's like instinctual.
Right. You know, and it has a very long stroke in the bar, so that's really important. One thing about Slingshot kites is, you know, you really don't even need to pull this trim. All right. So, you know, depending if you're a shorter rider and you want to bring the stroke closer to you, you would probably pull some trim. But there's so much stroke in the bar that you just, you know,
you'll always find your level.
You know, it's kind of the note. If you watch, that's one thing. If you watch other kite brands, you know, with their systems, when they launch their kite on the beach, you watch the guys pull. First thing they do, they pull a bunch of trim. They pull a bunch of trim and they launch their kite, and then they get on the water and they depower and stuff. So they're using that trim a lot, you know. And for Slingshot, you know, you really don't use it. You just, because all the depower is pretty much in the bar, and if you pull more than 3 to 6 inches here, you're really on the wrong size kite at that point. Really, if you even start to pull any, you can be on 2 sizes down on a Slingshot line at that point. So there's a big overlap in range. So, you know, that's one thing that a lot of people that are new to Slingshot really don't. They're the first thing they want to do is they pull the trim because they're just used to it. But you don't need to pull much trim. This is more of a, you know.
And so you've got the stopper and the swivel bar also on top here?
Yeah, we still have our swivel. We have, you know, stopper ball for
so those guys
reducing
that range.
Well, you know, if you have short arms and you can't, and you let go.
Especially for the girls.
For the girls. So, you know, a girl would pull some trim to get the stroke within the range, you know, so it's closer to them, and they can pull the stopper ball so that if they do let go of the bar, it's within their grasp.
So for more information about the bar and all the kites, where can they go?
Slingshotsports.com.
Awesome. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's good to meet you guys again.
Good.